What's going on? Welcome back to Real World Tool Reviews. I'm going to talk about some needle nose pliers today. And I got to thinking about needle nose pliers and different kinds of needle nose pliers because I did my video about different kinds of flathead screwdrivers, and I thought to myself, well, there's a lot of tools like that where you just need different varieties. And needle nose pliers are one of those for sure. So I've got a variety of them. I'm looking at them right now, and from up here, they look similar. They don't look like they're different, but each one of them is different. And each one of them is used for a little bit different of a task. Now, you probably could get away with using any of these for a lot of stuff you use needle nose pliers for. But if you are like me and you like to have a well-rounded collection of tools to do everything that you need to do and be happy while you're doing it, you'll have different kinds of everything. And so I just want to talk a little bit about these different needle nose pliers. You got your skinny kind. You got like your precision, thin, long nose, skinny little needle nose pliers. And these are Nip-X. They're really good. They got cutters on them. The cutter is actually not very important to me when it comes to needle nose pliers, because most of the time I'm cutting with a different pair of pliers. I've got dikes or linesman pliers, or I'm going to cut with something else if I can, but it's nice when they have cutters on them. Most of mine do, actually. But these skinnier ones you definitely need for getting in tight places, and the skinny kind are good for getting little stuff, especially. It just gives you a lot of precision. So that's your first kind of, you need the different sizes. So you got the skinnies, the Nip-X's. These ones are 30 bucks. You can buy them right now on Amazon or KC Tool probably. So, you know. And then you got your mediums. Now, these are snap-on, and this is the only pair of snap-on pliers that I have. I am definitely going to get some more because these are just the best needle nose pliers I've ever used. I don't know if Snap-on is the best for everything. I have used a lot of their tools, and I do think they have really good tools, but I believe that their needle nose are probably they're probably the best. I think they're the best needle nose pliers I've ever used. I mean, that's just me personally, but anyway, these are your mid-size, like still pretty fine, not as fine as the Nip-X are at the end. A little bit beefier, a little bit thicker, a little bit stronger feeling. Definitely these are a lot, sturdier. They have a good cutter on them. They have, if you can see these jaws, the way that it's like a file kind of is what it reminds me of. It bites so good. So I would highly recommend the Snap-ons. And they're your medium kind of all-purpose needle nose pliers that you could really probably get away with these for most everything. Then you got your heavy duty Kleins. Now I love these. These are some of the best. I've had them for a while and they've really been serving me well. These are beefy. These I would recommend if you have like a pouch of tools that you like to carry with you all the time. These are in my everyday carry pouch because they're big enough to where like they serve more of a purpose than just needle nose. Like they're almost like I can use them for twisting wire together. They have good cutters on them, and they are just a beefy thing where I can pry with these. I have even poked a hole in a wall with these. Just poked it, and these are really strong beasts of needle nose pliers. And so you got to have your like heavy duty pair too, in my opinion. The three most important pairs are these. These other ones on the side are kind of bonus, but this is like my go-to pairs, and I need all of them. Like, I use all of them all the time. And you know, you got your small, medium, and large, if you want to put it that way. You got skinny, medium, skinny, and fat, whatever you want to say. They're the most important. And then closely important, as almost as important as them, is your shitty ones, your beaters. These are my beater needle nose. I think beater needle nose are important. These ones are the ones that I keep in my plumbing kit. They dig nasty gunk out of drains. They get put down into a drain, and I can use these to stick down in the drain, and then I'll put channel locks in it and turn it out. These are used for holding sink baskets while I tighten on the nut underneath. They're just, I can beat the shit out of these ones and I don't care because they're not nice. But they're good and they've held up. These are Irwins, so if you need like a good solid pair, I would suggest these if you're on a budget. These ones are good. And they've held up for me under some pretty strong abuse. And the cutters are pretty dull. I've cut some stuff I probably shouldn't have. Yeah. But you need your beater needle nose, because needle nose are one of those tools that get kind of put in situations that they're not really meant to be put in. So you need to just have a pair dedicated to that, in my opinion. And then these Craftsman's I just got, and I haven't even used them, so maybe it isn't even fair for them to be in this video. But they're a different kind of shorter jawed needle nose, and they give you a lot more precision than this long. Like, when you have this long of a jaw, you don't have as much, like, you just don't have as much control. But with these short jaws, it's really a fine kind of, you can really feel what you're doing. And these are really going to come in handy, I think. I've never really even used a pair quite like this, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how they work out. They just have really nice, fine jaws. These are old Craftsman's, and they're really high quality pliers, I can tell. And so that's just kind of another different kind of thing. These aren't really needle nose, so I'm not really counting them, but these are duckbill pliers, kind of similar to these kind, and they've really come in handy, and I think these ones will too. That's another example of just different styles that really help you out in different situations. And then you need some double jointed ones. Now, these ones are really important for me. These are kind of beatery kind of too, but I dig a lot of sink drains out with this. This gets down in a sink drain, and because it's double jointed, it doesn't like open up too wide like a long pair of these does, where it opens up and then it's stuck in the drain. You can't really get all the way down in there and grab. This one is double jointed, so it opens wide, and the handles are not open that wide. Like, if you can see that, you open this is open and ready to pinch something, and you haven't really opened these handles all that much, you know? Whereas to do that with these down in there, you've really got to like open the handles a lot to open the jaws a lot. So these are really good for reaching down into tight spaces and getting something. And they're just perfect for that. Like mechanics use these a lot, and plumbers who dig out drains use these a lot, I think, too. I use them for picking stuff out of garbage disposals. Everybody knows people like to drop stuff, screws and whatever, down garbage disposals. You can get down in there and pick stuff out with them. And then a lot of times when a garbage disposal's stuck, I'll stick this down in there and just kind of wrench on it and get it loose, get it free with this. So this is another great pair of needle nose pliers. Now there's a bunch more different kinds, and this is just what I get away with, and I think this is an important selection to have if you're like a maintenance guy like I am, or a handyman. I'm a property management specialist. I do it all, and so I need to have a bunch of different stuff. And these are all the needle nose that I use. Now, the thing that I don't have that I need, like I need this. I need some curved jaw needle nose. Probably a couple different kinds. I need definitely the longer ones. And then I want a pair, like I don't want to go Snap-on for all these because Snap-on is so expensive. Like this pair of pliers was $50. So I need to find some needle nose. Like I know Nipex makes some that have angled jaws. I want a regular size pair that has like maybe a, I don't know if I want a 45-degree angle. Definitely not a 90. Maybe a 45, maybe a 60-degree angle. A regular size pair, and then a long pair of the same. And then I also need some longer, Snap-on makes ones like this that have just longer jaws. I'm gonna get some of those too because I really think those will come in handy too. So that's what I need after these. Like this isn't even all you need, I guess, if you ask me. But in terms of straight jawed needle nose pliers, these are the ones I use, and I think they're all kind of important in a toolkit. So anyway, that's all I gotta say about needle nose pliers for the moment. Thanks for watching.